Hello everyone, hello and welcome back to Infitech 2 Moonstranded Let's Play with Jason McRae. So last time we have built our first steam turbine to produce some electricity, and as you can see my machines are over there running perfectly well. They are currently not running, but they are just sitting there waiting for the tasks for me to give them some tasks. So what am I going to do today? Well, today it's the time to actually get into the machines themselves, like fully. And the first few machines are really important to make. Basically three really important machines, which is a polarizer, bending machine and wire mill. These guys will lower the costs of components and machines and pretty much everything quite substantially. So without further ado, let's hop in. So what I've been doing a little bit off camera was, by the way, this grows, so yep, great job, great suggestion, great thing. And I also made myself a little IC2 crop farm over here. Is it again bugged? No, good. So I'm not growing anything like crossbreeding, it's just currently sitting there not doing anything. But what is my intention with this is to get to stick reeds, because, well, yeah, basically stick reeds is the way to do the rubber. I might go a little bit further with this, like to get some material crops and stuff, but who knows. And by the way, yes, you can get feathers from eggplants, so yeah, which are from the industrial craft. But honestly, I don't see it really worth it, and I don't really think that everyone will be just, yay, industrial craft crops, let's do them, yay. So I'm making here my steel still. We have a whole bunch of rotten plants in here, so I don't think we will have a problem with leather. And currently I am making also a bit more charcoal, because charcoal is important in this place. It's pretty much the only fuel source, like solid fuel source we have at this point, so just keep it happening. So I'm just using the paper bark wood logs because they are useless, like totally useless. You can't use them for anything, like totally anything. No planks or something, so yeah. I really like this, like close it and just be done. Don't need to break a wall in. Why? I just can have a little open up a wall. And also what I've done? I don't think I've done anything. By the way, it's getting to the night time, so it's just really just at point. But hey, we don't need to be worried about monsters because we are playing on peaceful, which is kinda chilling experience, actually, just not be worried about monsters, which actually, well, the monsters would not go here anyway, and if you are playing Infitech 2, then you are pretty much all the time in your base. Again, a little bit like, yeah, you are not going swarmed, so it's interesting. And by the way, I got asked on Discord about, okay, you are playing on PC, so how about some specific mob drops? Well, specific mob drops, there is the peaceful table from extra utilities, so you can make this guy and it will pretty much produce, if you will put in, I think it's sword, it will produce mob drops. It will basically spawn a mob and immediately kill it before it manages to disappear because of the peaceful. So it's a really good way to have a mob farm, yeah. Just a couple peaceful tables and there is your mob farm. By the way, this is only craftable on peaceful, so yeah. You can cheat, like you can just craft it in peaceful and then switch back to normal mode, but why would you want to do this? I have no idea. Anyway, so today, as I said, I'm going to work on some machineries. So let's check it in. I also completed the steam storage stuff. I also did a little bit of crops, because why not, right? Since I'm working on them. So I don't know if I will be doing these quests. We'll see. And also I still have the Hell Lands, but it's something I will not be able to complete anyway. So in here we have 3 opened quests, except this one, because, again, not going to bother with that. We have alternative energies, which is the diesel and gas turbine, so these guys are good. You can use them if you have a good, like, source of stuff. For the diesel gen, I think you can use the creosote if you will make the coke oven later on. I'm not sure. Yeah, you should be able to use it, but it's really not good. And for the gas, you can use methane, which, okay, if you will have some farm, then yeah, fine. But what we're after is this, the material savior. So let's start with this. They say there is controversy about this, like there should be a bending machine at first, then then wire mill and polarizer at the end. Honestly, it's a personal preference, so yeah. I am going to leave it like this, so there will be no change, like huge changes in the quests, because I have other things to do. So to make the polarizer, we of course need the low voltage one, and it's very simple to make. So 2 tin wires, 4 2 times tin wires, 2 classic tin cables, a machine hull, and 2 iron rods. So let's do the crafting. Alright, now just the 2 rods, there we go. So LV machine hull, 2, there we go, come on, 2 rods, 4 tin. I don't know how to really just call these double tin wires. Yeah, let's call them 4 double tin wires. Yeah, there we go. And some tin cables equals polarizer. I will also need eventually some cableage for more machines, but I think I should be fine at this point. So I'm going to plonk it here. So yeah, as I said, this is something that is really awesome. It will cut on the redstone usage, because it can magnetize. So you just put iron rod in it and you will get a magnetic iron rod without the use of any redstone at all. As you noticed, just 0 redstone for this. So there we go. So this one cut a little bit on the redstone front. So because, well, be honest, you can be unlucky and not find any redstone. So this is how you will kinda be glad that, okay, I don't need to be worried about redstone too much. So that's this one. Now the second one is the basic wire mill. Well, of course, as you can hear the name wire mill, it's going to help us to make wires, and at rate of 2 wires per 1 ingot. So right now we used 2 ingots to make plate, and from that 1 plate we made 1 wire, like that, which is, yeah, but probably meh. So let's see what's involved in making a wire mill. Wire mill, it's one of the little bit more expensive machines. You need electric motors, 4 of those, 2 electronic circuits, LV machine hull, and 2 tin cables. Do I have any motors? I don't think I have. Yeah. So another crafting thing going to happen right now. So I'm making my last few pieces of red alloy ingots. And to be honest, I kinda understand why a lot of people, yeah, are saying that bending machine is the one you should aim for at the first, and then the wire mill, and last the polarizer. But hey, I'm going to tell you this: if you want, you can, even if you are working on the quests, going through the quest, because if you will craft the basic bending machine, if it is in here opened, it will register it as completed. So you don't need to be worried about that. So you can you can make the bending machine first, then go back to these, claim the rewards for this, and then claim the rewards for this. So it's up to you, totally up to you. So anyway, let's do the few last pieces of this, because I kinda miscalculated the first time, which you didn't saw, but hey, whatever. And I will also need 2 plates of this, so 2 plates, 4 iron chips. And remember, you can use red alloy cables instead of copper ones, which I recommend you because, well, again, it depends if you have found the redstone vein. If you did, then yeah, go for it. If you haven't, then you need to kinda just keep on sifting and getting the sulfur for the rubber. Anyway, I think I should have everything. So 4 motors, machine hull, 2 circuits and 2 tin cables. Ta-da! Basic wire mill. I also want to make 1 more cable because I need to plug it, right? Because I don't have any free space. Well, I mean, I could just put it down in here, which I might do. Basically because of the power loss. Yeah, let's do it this way. So I'm not going to put the tin cable in, I'm just going to plug the basic wire mill directly in here. There we go. I know it's in the ground, it's not like awesome, but hey, now what I can do, I can shove 1 tin ingot, or if you are a little bit lazy with pronouncing tingot, so 1 tingot in the wire mill, and it will give us 2 tin wires. Tires. No. Well, tingots, that works, but tires? Nah, it's not tire, it's a wire. And you can also use the wire mill to get a little bit something else as well. For example, you can get the fine wires. For some reason you can put graphene dust and get the graphene wire, which is totally fine as well. And here is the fine wires, which is just putting in 1 normal wire and you get 4. So yeah, cool stuff, cool that stuff. So that was this, and I can claim the component bag. As I said, the component bags are, well, fairly good. And we've got 4 pistons. Is that all? Looks like it's all. Okay. I'm not complaining, we can use pistons, and we might actually be needing the pistons for our next quest, which is the bending machine. Hey, we need the 2 pistons I just got, so superb! So for the bending machine, we need the 2 pistons, 2 extra electric motors, 2 more electronic circuits, and another LV machine hull. So again, we will need to use fair amount of stuff, but hey, we cut the resources down thanks to the pistons I got, so awesome! Yeah, so let's craft it and let's try to use our new machines as much as possible. Okay, so now I just need the 2 active pistons, and it's pistons on top, motors on the bottom, machine in the middle, cable on the bottom. Top is range and sides are electronic circuits, basic bending machine. So we have cut our resources really just immensely, like a lot. Let's also dig this because I want to see the faces of the machines, because I want to see what the machine is without actually looking at the Vela tooltip. So as I said, this is going to cut the cost on the plates, but there is a little issue with this. It's not doing anything. Why? Well, quest integration. So the bending machine is one of the machines that you need to tell it what you want to do, because it's a fairly universal machine. It can do a lot of different tasks, and you really just need to tell it what exactly you want to do. So for that we need an integrated circuit. So I will need to get a little bit more of these, of the red alloy ingots. There we go, let's put it into the wire mill to make virus. I will also need one more plate. So let's get the plate right at the spot. Boom. And I will need some of the refined iron item casing as well. So let's get those. Let's insulate these cables. I will also need 1, 2. So 2 of these. Again, I need wires because we need to make the NAND chips. Awesome. And tin ingots. Tingots, as we say here. Alright, so 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 NAND chips. And now I want to make it just a normal circuit. So there we go, NAND chips and light in the middle. But if you put this back into the crafting table, you get the integrated circuit. There we go. Now we need to configure it, and the configuration for our particular task, which is making plates from ingots, is configuration number 1. Which is like this. Configuration number 1. Here is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's pretty much all I remember. If you want to see more, just press U on the integrated circuit and you can see all 12 different, all 24 different combinations. But for this we need integrated circuit 1. By the way, you can reuse it, so if you want to reconfigure it to configuration 2, just put it back in, swap the screwdriver, and here you go, you can get the configuration 2. If you want to turn it back into normal circuit because you just need it and you are too lazy to craft a new one, you can again put the circuit in on its own and you can get the electronic circuit back just like that. But as I said, we need to get the integrated circuit and version or configuration 1, and I can claim my component bank, and now I can put this into here. So now if I will put in let's say what I will be using. Well, I will be using for sure some steel because we were making the steel hulls. So if I will put 9 of these, sorry, 8, yeah, 9 actually, yeah, 9. It will, from one plate, one ingot, we get 1 plate. So there you go, we cut a lot of resources down. We cut down on the redstone usage, making wires is cheaper, and making plates is cheaper. So yeah, PSA for everyone there, you can and you probably should make the bending machine first. I understand, you are right, everyone who is telling me all the time, even my development team is telling me that. So yeah, you are right, you should make the bending machine first. You literally can skip the quest, do this quest, and come back to the material saver quest. So it works. Someone was complaining that I made this machine some time ago, now I'm working this through the quests and it just doesn't register it. Well, it's because A, it didn't show as like a quest, following quest. So for example, I can do this quest without doing this, but I will not be able to claim the reward or progress further. Or you made the machines before the HQM was a thing, which was not a thing in FitTech 2, not at all. Anyway, that's this, and for the next, we kinda need to do more machines, because yeah, this is pretty much what we are doing in here, making machines. And next on the list are useful machines. So there is a lathe, then I think there is also electric furnace and other really just useful machines. A lathe is another which will kinda cut down the cost. Not too big, but it will cut it down. How is it crafted? Well, this one is a little bit more expensive, but not terribly expensive. We need 2 circuits, machine hull, 3 tin cables, diamond, piston, and electric motor. How are we doing on time? I think we still have a time to do this, so let's make the lathe. Because why the hell not, right? Since we are making machines, let's continue making those machines. And let's also shove... Oh, I'll open this. 8 rotors and 5 pumps. That's a nice bag. The pumps don't have that many uses, but hey, they are still useful enough. So I'm still making growth iron because we need it for the machine hulls. So let's see, we have a little, just a really tiny amount of resources in here, and normally without those machines we will not be able to just make that happen, but thanks to these machines I can start just easily on the lathe. So let's see. Diamond is probably in the chest, so let's start on the virus. So I need, sorry, not virus, but the, well, virus for the circuits. So I need, this is 1 circuit, 2 circuits, 1 NAND chip, 2 NAND chip, 3 NAND chip, 4 NAND chips. And we need, again, more redstone, yeah. Really, you really need to find redstone, because without redstone, you are screwed. So just keep that in mind. It's not like you will never need redstone, you need redstone. Of course, if you have by any means like hundreds and hundreds of sulfur, just yeah, use rubber to make the copper wires and use copper wires instead of red wires. And I will need more paper as well. Okay. So I can start wire milling this. Now I will need, oh, I have it already, but I need also 2 wrought iron plates. So it's this. I will need some tin, which I don't have on me, so it's not like we are missing it, but I just don't have it on me. And I will need, let's see, I will need 2 NAND chips. Yeah. And also I will need 2 more steel for the circuits. You know what, let's start this thing up. Oh, there is a fair amount of like buckets worth of lava in there. Okay, I thought it can only hold 1000. Apparently I was wrong. So these are the red alloy wires, tin cable. Also I will need actually a little bit more for the wires, so let's do it this way. This. And it's not like you should be really just counting, just shove whatever amount you want in it, and if it will be enough, then it's enough. If not, you can always make more. It's not like you will make too many. You can never make too many. Alright, so now putting together the last piece, which is the motor. There we go. So I need a piston. I don't remember the recipe. Yeah, there we go. So piston, motor, machine hull, 2 circuits, 1, 2, 3 cables, and a diamond is a lathe. This, as I said, will allow and help me cut a loss on the some materials, and this in particular is used for making rods. So here from 1 rod you will not get 2. No, you will get 1.5, which means you will get a rod, and as a byproduct you will get 2 small piles of iron dust. So if I am going to make 2 of these, I will get 2. If I will use 2 iron ingots, I will get 2 iron rods and an ingot back. Like so, because 4 small piles is 1 big pile, which I can then just smelt into the normal ingot. So I think here comes the next one, which is a really powerful machine, really expensive, but is really, really useful. Mainly because it will help cut a loss on the materials as well in certain specific things. Just give you an example. To just give you an example, I can, with the plates, I can use it to make rubber plates. Yeah, because, well, you can say you have a bending machine to make plates, no? Well, if you will look at rubber and the rubber sheet, you cannot make the rubber sheet in, as you can see, in the bending machine, because it's too soft. So you need to melt it, which is why you can use it in the alloy smelter. But here, from 2 bars, you will get 1 plate. Here in extruder, you'll put 1 in, either bar or pulp, it doesn't matter, and you will get your rubber sheet. Keep in mind, it uses exactly 32 EU per tick, which is exactly how much you are pulling out from the steam turbine, which means you will either need to have it as close as possible, but it will not be able to run 24/7, which should probably not run 24/7, or you could just put in the lithium batteries you have and just use that. Anyway, I'm going to call it a quits, so thank you very much for watching. Next time I will be working on the extruder. I'm not going to show the recipe because it will be a little bit spoilery. And also probably I will go into the power storage, because this is all good, but the more machines we will have, I will want them to run pretty much. For example, right now, if I would be going to run this machine, this machine, this machine, and this machine all together, they will just stall out because there are not enough amperes going through the wire. So, solution for that: second steam turbine, or we could use a power storage with batteries, and that is another huge deal. So that is for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any suggestions, any comments, any questions, anything, except asking me what modpack is going to be happening soon, because I'm not going to tell you that there is a modpack in development. Oh shit. Oh. Well, never mind. Let's just pretend I haven't said that. Take care, and don't forget, if you enjoy this series, click the like button. If you are not already subscribed, please consider subscribing, because, well, at least you will be notified when I have a video out, or, well, should, because, you know, I don't know if you heard about the YouTube, what is just happening with the YouTube. It's just terrible mess. So, as you have the subscribe button, right next to it is a little bell icon. So click it and click send me notifications on this channel and click save, because in that way you will never miss an episode from me. Take care, and I'll see you next time in the next episode of Moonstranded. Bye bye.